You know, when I was a kid, maybe 13 or 14, I was having a chat with my mom about who knows what when a random memory popped into my brain of a purple monkey. So I asked my mom, what was Bonzi Buddy and why did Grandpa install it on our computer when I was little? My mom says, oh, he just clicks just about every link he sees. He installed all kinds of crap onto the computer. I guess for you that was your first exposure to a computer virus. At that moment it hit me. Malware can be entertaining just as much, if not more, than it can be harmful. Since then I've had a fascination with malware, but always just kind of observed it from afar. But recently I was assigned a TED Talk to my public speaking professor. And while I could have just done it about the importance of the arts in education, as that's basically been what I've done for all my other classes recently, that felt kind of stale. So I thought about it for a while, and I remembered an old TED Talk, one of the only ones I've ever enjoyed, about replying to spam emails. You can look it up, but it might be hard to find. Ted removed the video after the allegations of sexual assault came up against the speaker. Hence why I'm not naming him here. But he's easy enough to find if you'd like to. Anyway, I was thinking about that, and then my fascination with computer malware popped into my head. I could try out some old computer viruses and do a speech on my findings with them. Heads up before I get into it though, I'm calling this Adventures in PC Destruction for a reason. What I'm about to show you can colossally mess up a computer. I performed this in a virtual computer with several antiviruses lined up on my main machine in case they did any damage to the computer hosting the virtual one. If any of these look interesting to you, I'd recommend you just try to forget about them. Or if you absolutely must see one of them, do a lot of research and make sure it's in a totally safe environment because these will ruin your computer forever. Okay, disclaimer out of the way, let's see what happened. I thought the most logical place to start would be with the gorilla who piqued my interest all of that time ago.
Well, hello there. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. I'm Bonzi.
Hi, Bonzi. I'm scared. So, I hung out with Bonzi for a little while, and we played checkers, or at least we tried to. I got through like 2 moves because it was moving so slowly. I mean, look at this. And that's not even talking about how he sang. He sounded like a demon.
Hey, children, I'm all of you. It won't be stylish, very.
And it's very appropriate that he then said in his next song,
I'm satisfied because I've got my baby address.
because Bonzi is spyware. He had children register with their home address and reported all of their activity, including said home address, to the company that made him. So I hung out with Bonzi for a little while before finally moving on to what the people have named since then Windows XP Horror Edition. Now, despite the name, this can technically be used in any operating system, but of course it'll be the most immersive on Windows XP. So, this particular malware disguised itself as a Windows update that then failed. For whatever reason, at 66%, it failed. And would use a different file, 666.sys, instead of the file it was supposed to use. Flashing lights warning, by the way. It's about to flash quite a bit. Oh, hi, Bonzi. I feel so welcome, but I can't put my finger on why. So there are 2 new files we can check out. First is Nothing, and it plays this video of an odd creature. The creature is lonely, so it, and I'm not going to show this because it's gross, pries its fingernail off, and then it makes a friend. At some point, she takes its mask off and finds a void of teeth. It's implied that the creature then eats its new friend. Yeah, I don't know what that was. So naturally, I open don'topenme.txt, and it says, "Congratulations, no S for some reason. You opened me. Do you want to play a game? Okay, then look behind you." I did, by the way. Unfortunately, my apartment is very small, so there is nothing behind me. In the meantime, there was a spooky image that flashed on the screen before a jump scare from the game Granny for some reason. A very unscary game that tries its hardest. Anyway, the spooky images went back to flashing with the occasional scream, I think, mixed in. Eventually, I clicked on the computer icon. Oh, hi, Bonzi. Do you seriously want to trash your computer? Yeah, I guess so, why not? Oh, Phantom Balloon Boy from 5 Nights at Freddy's 3. At that point, I had to ask, who was updating their Windows XP system in 2015 at the earliest? But anyway, it pulled up a red version of the blue screen of death, but with several typos, followed by an actual blue screen. So I rebooted the computer and it's watching me, apparently. So that's Windows XP Horror Edition. I'm sure it scared some non-tech savvy person who tried to install an update in 2015. I rebooted into a clean-ish Windows XP boot and opened one simply titled Memes. I could not have been prepared for what I was about to witness. Your computer has been, I can't say that, by the Memes Trojan. Your computer won't boot up again, so use it as long as you can. Trying to kill memes will cause your system to be destroyed instantly, so don't try it. Well, okay, then what's the worst that could happen? It starts off simple enough with the computer making random error noises. Then it pulls up Device Manager and the command prompt, and we are on our way to melting the computer to slag. Flashing lights warning again. It keeps pulling up random programs and asking if I'm still using the computer.
This is an interesting fact. Did you know that thing, the pig in the movie, thing was played by 48 pigs?
No, Bonzi, I didn't, but I'm glad you're so unfazed by the universe collapsing around you. Eventually the entire computer starts freaking out and creates this tunneling effect. This right here is what I, as a very young child, thought that all viruses would do. Alright, I've had enough. I shut down the computer and went to see what would happen if I tried to boot it up again. Your computer has been trashed by the Memes Trojan. Now enjoy the Neon Cat. Oh. Oh, it wasn't kidding. Neon Cat with a MIDI of the song in the background. Alrighty. With that, I took a break from Windows XP and moved to a fresh install of Windows 10 to try out the ones I had downloaded but didn't work on a 32-bit system. First up, there was 000.exe. It showed a slow-moving road for a second, and then rebooted the computer. What could go wrong? Oh. I'm next, apparently. Huh. Okay, I'm very next. Threats found? Oh, thank you for letting me know. Let's open this OpenMe text file. You are the next. I can see you. Now it's too late. I got you. You have been warned. Oh, okay, thank you for warning me. What's with all these viruses telling me whether I should or shouldn't look behind me? I'm practically against a wall. Then a bunch of pop-ups open infinitely telling me to run away. And that's all it does. Renders Windows completely useless. Unless you have a backup like I did. Next, there was Mrs. Major. I had to consent to the computer being trashed, and then a bunch of files filled my desktop alongside this creepy doll image before shutting down my system. Booting back in, it changed my screen resolution to a square, which annoyed me, but once I logged in, I found Annabelle? Okay. As well as a lot of files saying, humans are tasty. And then the doll started appearing again with this very scary music and a list of rules, which I couldn't read because of the flashing doll images. I ran the timer out, and I got a very similar red screen to Windows XP Horror Edition, except this one wanted to be funny instead of scary. You are infected by the Mrs. Major, and you broke rules. It is unacceptable. If problems continue, contact the virus owner or disable your BIOS memory. JK second way won't work. Don't waste your time. These are fake technical informations. Windows can't reboot. Shutdown.exe is missing. Fix your system, if it's possible. I've never met such a sarcastic piece of software. Speaking of sarcastic software, though, I started to miss my Bonzi buddy, so I jumped back to XP for the final destruction, Bonzify. The README basically told me to do my research first, and as it turns out, this particular virus was made for the streamer Varg Skeletor when he was doing something similar. So I can expect a lot of inside jokes that I've probably heard at some point, but you may not have. So I opened Bonzify.
Hello, I'm Bonzi. I'm here to destroy your computer again. But this time, it's an actual destruction.
Excellent, Bonzi. That's exactly what I want.
The first thing I'll do is to inject my beauty into all programs that start from now.
And boy, he wasn't kidding. All of my programs are now Bonzi Buddy.
I would
Oh,
not
your
recommend
computer might be
restarting
at
the
risk.
system from now,
Oh, good.
because it
Thank
might be
you.
inescapable.
The start menu is now
If you wait a bit for me,
Bonzi
I will do even
Buddy.
just that till I activate
Firefox
final
is Bonzi.
destruction.
Everything is Bonzi.
You've got 10 seconds until I activate the final destruction. Destruction of death is now activated. My work is now done. Goodbye.
It's magic. So honestly, from here, it's just a lot of payloads activating in a row. Unfortunately, there's not much to say for this one. It just opened several different error messages with references to Vinesauce all over them. So I guess with that, we bid adieu to Bonzi Buddy. And I bid adieu to you. Thank you.